Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako po ito si Pastor Yoel at sa oras na ito nais kong magbahagi na naman ng salita ng Panginoon na kung saan ito po ay napakamahalaga lalo na sa ating panahon ngayon, na kung saan nalalapit na po ang pagbalik ng ating Panginoon. Sa ating nakikita at naririnig sa mga balita, mapapansin po natin na nagkakatotoo na po ang mga sinabi ng Panginoon dito sa Matthew chapter 4 verse 1. Buong chapter na yan makikita natin at malalaman natin na nagkakatotoo na po ang sinasabi ng Panginoon. Tanda ng kaniyang pagparito at ang katapusan ng sanlibutan ay nangyayari. Sinasabi po niya dito sa Matthew chapter 24 verse 4, at sumagot si Jesus at sinabi sa kanila, "Mangangaingat kayo na huwag kayong maililigaw ni numan, sapagkat marami ang magsiparito sa aking pangalan na nangagsasabi, ako ang Kristo, at ililigaw ang marami." So naririnig na po natin 'yan, no? Sa mga television, sa radio, maging dito sa Pilipinas, meron na pong umaangkin na siya ang Kristo, siya ang sugo, siya ang anak, no? Pero wag tayong maniwala dahil yan po ay panlilin lang, at hindi lamang yan, mga kapatid. Makakarinig tayo dito sa Matthew 26 verse 6, at makakarinig kayo ng mga digmaan at mga ililigaw at mga alingaw-ngaw ng mga digmaan. Ingatan ninyo na huwag kayong magulumihanan, sapagkat kinakailangan ito'y mangyayari, datapwat hindi pa ang wakas. So itong Matthew chapter 4, buong dito mo makikita ang mga mangyayari bago magdarating ang wakas. At bago ang wakas, babalik muna ang Panginoon upang kunin niya ang mga banal. So kung atin pong titingnan itong nangyayari sa ating sanlibutan, itong mga tinatawag na global warming, ito po ay mga tanda ng nalalapit na ang pagbalik ng ating Panginoon. Titingnan po natin dito, mga kapatid, yung isang dokumentaryo na kinuha ko sa YouTube at gusto kong ibahagi sa ating lahat kung ano ito. Pakinggan po natin.
I missed the good part, then I realized I started looking and the bubble burst. I started looking for excuses. Come on in. I've gotta tell you what a state I'm in. I've gotta tell you in my loudest tones that I started looking for a warning sign. When the truth is, I miss you. Yeah, the truth is, that I miss you so. Warning sign. You came back to haunt me, and I realized that you were an island, and I passed you by. And you were an island to discover. Come on in, I've gotta tell you what a state I'm in. I've gotta tell you in my loudest tones that I started looking for a warning sign.
Ating tinatalakay na kung saan ang global warming ay kabahagi ng palatandaan ng pagbalik ng Panginoon. At alam ko na ang global warming hindi po ito mapipigilan kahit kung ano ang gawin natin, dahil sa ating nalalaman na itong sanlibutan talaga ay itinakdang gugunawin. So hindi na po tayong magtaka kung napapansin na po natin ngayon masyadong mainit ang ating kapaligiran, kasi kung ating titingnan ang itong ating araw sa ngayon ay hindi na po siya normal, no? Parang ang ating pong araw ay parang nag-aalboruto siya, no? Ito po ay ating papanoorin, isa rin ito sa mga kinuha ko na files para atin po siyang makita na kung saan itong ating sanlibutan talaga darating ang tamang araw na ito po'y magugunaw. At walang ibang gugunaw nito kundi ang araw, na kung saan ang araw ay sobra na pong nagliliyab sa ngayon, at talagang sa Bible yan po ang tinatawag na dagat-dagatang apoy ang araw. Kaya nga yung itinakda ng Panginoon na bagong araw at bagong langit, wala na po ang araw, dahil ang araw po ang gugunaw, at siya po ang palagiang lugar ng mga taong hindi tumanggap kay Kristo bilang Diyos at tagapagligtas ng kanilang buhay. Ito po ang araw ay tinatawag po sa bandang huli na magiging lake of fire. Ito po ang magpapahirap sa mga taong hindi tumanggap kay Kristo bilang Diyos at tagapagligtas. Ito po ang magpapahirap sa mga angels na hindi na kumbaga nagrebelde sa Panginoon, sa bulaang propeta, sa kay Lucifer at sa iba pang mga nilalang, no? So atin pong itong panoorin, mga kapatid.
The images were produced by the Solar Dynamics Observatory during a 6-hour period over June 5th and 6th. They were taken through different filters, designed for different wavelengths to show details of the Sun's surface and provide clues about Venus's atmosphere. Recording the transit in so many different ways also helped NASA scientists calibrate the SDO's instruments for its ongoing observations of the Sun. Using established data about the path of Venus across the Sun, SDO scientists were able to ensure the observatory's instruments were oriented to true solar north. The observatory, carrying an array of 4 telescopes, was launched in February 2010 on a 5-year mission to study the Sun. NASA says it has been a spectacular success. Rob Muir, Reuters.
Okay. So ito po ay para sa mga taga-NASA, ilang nadiskubrehan at nakita, pinag-aralin na ang araw. Hindi ko lang alam kung lingid sa kanilang kaalaman na itong araw na ito, siya po ang gugunaw ng ating sanlibutan. Ito po ang pag-aaral nila na kung saan yung pagtawid ng Venus na tumawid siya sa araw, na kung saan nakikita ng ating telescope sa may kalayuan po ito. Pero sa aking napapansin, hindi po yun ang importante, kundi ipinakita lamang dito na ito po ang dagat-dagatang apoy na inihanda para po sa mga taong hindi po naglilingkod sa Panginoon, at maging ang ating sanlibutan, siya pong may kakayahang gugunaw nito. At yun po ang aking nakikita. At kung ating subaybayan ng ating binasa, hindi pa po yan ang itong pangyayari na ating naramdaman ngayon, hindi pa po yun ang wakas, kundi yun po ang pasimula. Sa ngayon, ang itong naririnig natin ng mga digmaan, naririnig nating lindol, gutom at kung ano pa man, ito po ay mga tanda ng muling pagbalik ng ating Panginoon. Meron pa po isang video clippings na gusto kong ipakita sa inyo. Ito po ang mga tanda ng nalalapit na pagbalik ng ating Panginoon.
Australia is experiencing one of the worst floods in the past 70 years. The BBC says the flooding has reached biblical proportions.
Sign of the coming of the end of the world, or the end of this age. Among the signs Jesus listed were worldwide earthquakes. He said they would increase in both frequency and intensity as the time of his return approached. While earthquakes are just one sign, although certainly among the most spectacular, all the signs that Jesus gave are making their appearance in this generation. Earthquakes, famines, plagues, great storms, wars, rumors of wars.
Meteorologists are reluctant to think what is causing this weather and why it is taking flight. watching your regular programming, and if you're on the East Coast, you probably know why. You may have felt it.
Earthquake news from Haiti tonight, where a massive 7.0 earthquake struck.
Earthquake measured at 7.0.
There was the strong jolt of an earthquake. It was a magnitude 7.2 tremor centered in Mexico's Baja California.
This is one of the largest in Japan's history. The initial quake, measuring a magnitude 8.9, is officially qualified as a great quake.
This morning, Britain experienced its biggest earthquake, where
one of the first reporters to broadcast from Christchurch city centre was Tom McRae. He described scenes of chaos and destruction.
Bracing for the effects of what resulted from that earthquake.
Several areas are without power. A state of catastrophe has been declared after what was the most destructive
7.0 earthquake. This is a devastating earthquake that struck Haiti, and this is just outside of Port-au-Prince. It's believed to be the largest earthquake to ever hit the area.
Ever in Japanese history. It's a 7 on the Japanese seismic scale of 0.
Go speed up the stairs.
The world is coming to an end!
Okay. I've been through this.
Earthquake in Chile was so powerful, it knocked the Earth off of its axis and shortened the length of the day.
Tonight there is another measure of how powerful this earthquake was. Listen to this. It moved so much mass on the planet that government scientists estimate it moved the Earth off its axis.
Doesn't even know.
Good evening. Now it's in the books forever, or at least until the next winter. As powerful and relentless as this one, it really will be spring before some of this snow is gone. This last storm, which grew way beyond what even our crack meteorologists saw coming, cemented this winter in our history, cemented millions of people inside their home. Look at the size of this thing as seen from space. Records fell.
The biggest snowfall in recorded history.
When the biggest cyclone in the state's history crosses the coast early Thursday.
Our planet is gearing up for its largest magnetic storm in years, due to arrive later today. A number of scientists have warned of possible technological catastrophe.
Back now to our top story, a terrible mystery gripping the world right now. Birds, fish, and all kinds of creatures just dropping dead in huge numbers
for what seems like no reason.
Just when you thought there couldn't be more change going on in the world, it turns out magnetic north is moving. Aviators knew this. It's always moved, but not like this. In fact, it's on the move about 40 miles a year now along the polar cap toward Russia.
But this is all a sign of the apocalypse.
Well, Moscow has warned Washington against striking Iran. Russia's chief of staff revealed on Wednesday the US could attack Iran after wrapping up its campaigns in Iraq and Afghanistan. He claimed his American counterpart had told him about the possibility.
Russia is not afraid of a possible U.S. attack on Iran. We're just trying to predict the consequences of such a move. This is an important issue for us, as Iran is located near our borders. We've been warning against attack on Iran. Earlier, we warned of possible problems in Afghanistan, but no one listened to us. We hope that they will now listen and understand all the possible consequences of an attack.
I'll tell you what the real problem is. It's too easy to start a war. It's too easy to get involved, and that is our problem. The founders of this country tried very hard to prevent this kind of a dilemma that we're in now, getting involved in no-win wars and nobody knowing exactly who the enemy is. And we're spending trillions of dollars on these useless wars. The people will become demoralized because history shows that all empires end because they expand too far and they bankrupt the country, just as the Soviet system came down.
A video has been released showing a howling fireball streaking through the sky above America's Midwest late last night. The U.S. National Weather Service has confirmed that the light was a meteor. The phenomenon was apparently seen by dozens across 5 states, and many also reported hearing a thundering sound. What is that on screen? No astronomer has seen this before. Scientists say they're clueless about what it might be. Back on the screen, what is it? We don't know. We are stumped. Scientists around the world are saying, what the heck is this object? It doesn't fit any of the profiles of the usual suspects. That's the problem. Usual suspects are comets, meteor, stars, planets. How about some sort of alien dealio? Okay. Well, you know, the object is about the size of the Roosevelt Stadium. So it's too small to be a planet or star in the galaxy. And it's not a comet. There's no gas in this band of a comet. It's not a meteor because it's not inside the Earth's atmosphere. So what is it?
Jesus Christ himself, or so he says, Jose Luis de Jesus Miranda. Jose, do I call you Jose? What do I call you?
That's fine. Jose Luis is
Jose
my
Luis.
first name.
Okay. Your supporters are known for people who tattoo 666 on their body. And I understand you have a 666 tattooed on yours.
Yes.
They were tattooed on their arms, ankles, even their necks with 666. Biblical sign of the Antichrist. Why? Because their spiritual leader says he is the Antichrist, not the embodiment of evil, but rather the second coming.
666, Antichrist means do not put your eyes on Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Put it in Jesus after the cross.
And that's you.
That's me.
Harold Camping and his religious followers assured us that Saturday would mark what some Christians call the Day of Rapture.
The last one you saved.
December 21st, 2012. December 2012. 2012. December 21st, 2012.
Dude, are you high again? Oh, we're gonna be high. Whoa, sky high. Bye-bye Sistine Chapel. Bye-bye U.S. Capitol. Bye-bye White House. Squished by an aircraft failure? NASA assures us nothing bad will happen.
There is no threat to Earth in 2012.
before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
What do you think the most important thing is for Barack Obama? Obviously,
an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis.
Russia, Russia leading this new global movement to balance the power in the world so that they can build a new world order.
In Revelation chapter 13, we read, "He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell, except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name."
We are told that the final method of exchange will not be with money, but will be done with an assigned mark that is put upon the right hand or the forehead of a person. Now with modern technology, not only do we see this as a potential, it is happening today.
It's interesting that in our day and age, there is a technology emerging that Hitler or Stalin or any world dictator would dream of. All of these things that are happening technologically fit into what the scriptures say will take place in the last days, when no man, woman, or child will be able to buy or sell unless they have a particular mark.
People often wonder, are we really in the last days? I mean, what is this talk about, the last days? There are a number of signs that the Bible gives that really identify our generation as the first one that you could say is in the last of the last days. This thing is about to wind up. One of them we find in Revelation 13, where the Bible says a man will arise who will control the world. Now, you've got to have a lot of technology to control the world, and part of what he controls is all banking and commerce. You couldn't have done this in the past. You couldn't have even imagined doing this in the past. And somebody's coming, and he's going to control the world, all banking and all commerce, and we have the technology to do it today, technology that was never even dreamed of in the past.
More now of our special coverage here tonight, life in the U.S. in 10 years' time.
Some economists at the United Nations, they issued a recent report at the UN Conference of Trade and Development just a few days ago, and that report said that part of the world's recent financial crisis is to be blamed on trade imbalances as well as the current system of currency and capital rules.
What's next? At the University of Bath in England, researchers predict big changes for consumers.
I think it is possible to free us completely of our wallets and keys using biometric technology.
It gets injected, just like getting a shot of penicillin or any medicine that you would get in a doctor's office. It goes in the upper right arm. It'll work its way into society. It won't be tomorrow, it won't be next week, but 2, 3, 5 years from now, slowly but surely, it'll work its way into the mainstream.
All right, Scott Silverman, thank you.
So, ito lang po
one of the worst floods in the past 70 years. The BBC says the flooding has reached.
Gustong ibahagi sa inyo. So, kung meron man kayong mga katanungan, pwede kayong magtanong sa Facebook o sa komento nitong in-upload ko sa Facebook at sikapin kong masagutan ang inyong mga katanungan. So, hanggang dito lang po at pagpalain tayo ng Panginoon.